We're back with more updates for Madden 23. We just got another huge roster update, and also we've got a lot of new players switching over to their new teams as part of the latest roster update. As many of you know, we just passed the NFL trade deadline, so a lot of players jumped over to new teams. A lot of people got traded. This is one of the biggest trade deadlines we've ever seen in the NFL, so it was pretty crazy. So we have a lot of players now going to be officially on their new teams for you to use, and we've got a lot of players going up, going down. Also, we should be having the next big title update for the entire game probably dropping next week. That's what it looks like. Usually the first or second week of a new month is when we get the big title update, in which we should see things like franchise mode hopefully finally being addressed. They said weeks ago that it was the top priority of the entire team right now to fix some of the biggest issues going on with franchise mode that are causing leagues to reset or start over or go backwards or just stall out and not advance at all. That's one of the biggest things that they are working on right now. In fact, it is the biggest thing they're working on, so that could hopefully be finally fixed as early as next week. There's also a bunch of gameplay updates we're expecting to finally happen as well, because that happens on every big title update. More player likeness, potentially more equipment. We should also be getting the X Factor and Superstar player update. It's about that time of the year. Honestly, I think they should have did it in the last update, but probably going to be this update where you're going to see a lot of players losing X Factor and Superstar. You're going to see a lot of new players gaining X Factor and Superstar, and that's one of the biggest shakeups that they do every year, and it's usually around the time of the mid-season roster updates that we've gotten over these past 2 weeks, where you're getting a lot of players shuffled around because we're kind of basing it off of what they've done all year and not just on a week-to-week basis. We're kind of reassessing how the players play, and that's what they do, and they give them a lot of shakeups. Now, here are some of the bigger names that switched over to their new teams at the trade deadline, now officially in game. Of course, you've got Calvin Ridley, one of the biggest ones, going over to the Jags. Can't play this year, but should be pretty good to go next year with Trevor Lawrence. We've got Bradley Chubb, one of the biggest deals of the day. He went over to the Dolphins, so they're just kind of gearing up to try to make a Super Bowl run. You've got Chase Claypool, another big kind of unsuspected trade, I would say, going over to the Bears, giving Justin Fields another weapon to use, so they're definitely happy to have him. You've got TJ Hawkinson, another one that was, I think, a little unexpected, at least the fact that it was traded within the division. He's going from the Lions over to the Vikings, another team that's trying to make a run at the Super Bowl this year. You've got Roquan Smith, yet another big one, probably the biggest name player that was traded, the best player of the bunch that was traded over to the Ravens. Didn't look like the Bears were going to pay him what he wanted, so, instead they got a little compensation for him, and now it's on the Ravens to figure out what to do there. You've got Nyheim Hines going over to the Bills. They're just trying to add more weapons for Josh Allen as they're trying to make that Super Bowl run this year as well. They were linked to some other big name guys, but eventually, they settled on Nyheim Hines, which I think is still a good pickup. You've got Chase Edmonds, who went over to the Broncos in that Bradley Chubb deal. They've got a ton of running backs right now, so I guess, somebody's going to be the odd man out, but I would expect Chase Edmonds to get used a little bit over there for sure. And there were some other players that moved around as well, but these are most of the big names that switched teams. They're now officially on their new teams. Now let's get into this week's roster update. It's another really big one. A lot of players going up, a lot of players going down. We'll start, of course, with the players who are going up. We've got Dalvin Cook going up +1 to a 94 overall. David Bakhtiari's also going up +1 to a 94. And we got Micah Parsons also going up +1 to a 94. In just a year and a half, this guy is going from like the high 70s to the mid 90s. And if he keeps playing the way he's playing, he's going to eventually be a 99 overall. He's just that good. We've got Joel Bitonio going up +1 to a 92 overall. Justin Simmons finally starting to get some love. He's also going up +1 to a 92. AJ Brown just been tearing it up with the Eagles. He was always an up and down guy with the Titans and the ratings. He had, some weeks he go up, some weeks he go down. Kind of was a little inconsistent at times. This right now, he's on pace for his best season. Had another good game last night. He's going up +1 to a 91 overall. This is the highest he's ever been rated. We've also got Aaron Jones and Laramie Tunsil going up +1 to a 91 overall. Amari Cooper just having a great season with the Browns. Honestly, really looking like a guy that the Cowboys probably should not have traded, because they could use his help right now for sure. He's going up +1 to a 90 overall. Joe Mixon is also going up +1 to a 90. We've got Quentin Williams going up +1 to a 89 overall. This is the highest he's ever been. He's having a great breakout season this year. Alvin Kamara had his biggest game of the year, one of the biggest games of his career, I would honestly say, last week, getting the Saints back on track. He's up +1 to a 88 overall. Jalen Waddle in his second year, also up +1 to an 88. He's getting close to that 90 range, and I think he's going to be there pretty soon. We've got Dak Prescott going up +1 to an 87 overall. Zadarius Smith having a great season as well, also going up +1 to 87. DJ Moore's been playing really good the past couple weeks, going up +1 to 86 overall. We've got Devin McCourty and Tremaine Edmonds also going up +1 to 86. We've got Chris Lindstrom going up +1 to 85 overall. Couple Eagles players, Hassan Reddick and James Bradbury, also going up +1 to 85. Both of those guys been balling out on that Eagle defense. We've got Shaq Thompson also going up +1 to 85 overall. Another Eagle, CJ Gardner-Johnson, going up +1 to 84 overall. Probably going to go up again next week because he got another interception last night. I believe he leads the league now, so he's having a really good year. Calvin Ridley hasn't been playing, but he did get traded. He's going up +1 to 84 overall. Derek Brown's going up +2 to 84 overall. And we've got Greg Rousseau and Tony Pollard also going up +1 to 84. Tony Pollard really tearing it up this year. We've got Brandon Ayuk going up +1 to 83 overall. Jawan Bentley, Jalen Johnson, both going up +1 to 83 as well. TJ Edwards going up +2 to 83 overall. Dante Jackson going up +1 to 82 overall. Jacoby Myers also going up +1 to 82. We've got Jalen Hurts going up +2 to 82 overall. He's finally starting to move in the right direction. Probably should still be a little bit higher because honestly at this point he is an MVP candidate. The Eagles are still undefeated. They're finally starting to show him love. They're giving him the +2 boost. Might need to give him another +2 next week at least. Patrick Peterson kind of starting to bounce back at his old age, looking a little bit better lately. He's also going up +2 to 82 overall. We've got Curtis Samuel going up +1 to 81 overall. Jabril Peppers, Cameron Curl, and Montez Sweat are also all going up +1 to 81 overall. We've got Travis Etienne in his first real year as a player here because he was hurt last year, going up +2 to 81 overall. We've got the rookie Garrett Wilson going up +1 to 80 overall. Geno Smith going up +2 to 80 overall. Glad he's finally in the 80s because he's definitely been playing like it all year. Isaiah Simmons goes up +1 to 80 overall as well. And then we've got Jedrick Wills Jr., Steven Nelson also going up +1 to 80 overall. Now let's talk about some of the players who are going down. Jonathan Taylor just not really doing what he did last year. He's going down 1 to a 93 overall. Tom Brady falling yet again, -1 to a 93 overall as well. Just been struggling this year. The age maybe finally catching up to him a little bit. Minkah Fitzpatrick goes down 1 to a 90 overall. Roquan Smith, who was just traded, is also going down 1 to a 90 overall. We've got Michael Thomas, who has not played all year. You know I hate this. I hate when they do it on either side. Like, why are we adjusting people who aren't playing? But he's going down 2 to 89 overall, and it was just announced that he's going to be out for the remainder of the season. So that's 3 years in a row of just terrible injury luck. Hopefully he can bounce back. We've got Vita Vea going down 1 to 88 overall. Adam Thielen going down 1 to 87 overall. Devondre Campbell going down 1 to 85 overall. Chandler Jones going down 1 to 84 overall. Christian Kirk is going down 1 to 83 overall. We've got Jadeveon Clowney, James Robinson, and La'el Collins also going down 1 to 83. Devin White is going down 3 to 82 overall, not having the greatest season. Hunter Renfrow goes down 1 to 82 overall. We've got Mike Hilton and Miles Jack also going down 1 to 82. Shaquille Barrett's going down 3 to 82 overall. A lot of people on the Bucks here dropping in bigger chunks than normal. We've got Shaquille Griffin going down 2 to 82 overall. Evan McPherson is also going down 2 to 82. I don't know what's up with him. As a rookie, he looked like the next coming of Justin Tucker. This year, he's just missing some kicks, some easy ones at that. I'm just not really sure what's going on. Robbie Anderson's going down 1 to 81 overall. Christian Wilkins is going down 1 to 80 overall. Darius Williams is going down 2 to an 80. And Denzel Perryman is also going down 1 to 80 overall. Derek Carr is going down 2 to an 80. He had a really rough week. Couldn't even put any points on the board. Devin Singletary, Julio Jones, and Ryan Kelly also all going down 1 to an 80 overall. And we got to mention this one because it's the biggest drop of the week. Matt Ryan going down 5 to a 72 overall. I think the time is finally up for Matty Ice. Retirement might be soon. Now, EA did confirm a few new updates that are coming to Madden 23 very soon, probably as early as next week, and you can check that video out right here on the screen.